Right, so today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute little house easel card. Again, it's a design I came up with, again, at the end of last year, again at a craft demo. I tend to have my bright ideas when I'm at craft demos. And it's just a little easel card, but it looks like a house. It folds flat for posting. You just simply lift that up, fold the garden inside and fold the outside wall on top of the garden, basically. And then the whole thing folds flat. And the finished project measures 4¼ by 4, so you could fit it into like a 4½, square envelope or a small envelope, or if you wanted you could size your roof down and fit it in a 4×4 envelope. I just like the fact that the roof is overhanging slightly, but yeah. So anyway, so that's the card. So let's get started. Right, so to start with, you need 2 pieces of card. I'm using craft card. This one is literally the length of an A4 by 4 inches wide, and this one is 4 inches by 4¼ inches. So you're going to get your scoreboard, and you're going to score the long piece at 2½, at 4, at 5½, and at 8. Okay, so that's all you need to do for that piece. Then your little piece that is 4¼ by 4 inches, you want to make sure it's on the 4-inch side, and you're going to score halfway at 2 inches. Okay, so that is going to form the roof. So you can go ahead and just fold that in half. So you get a little roof shape. Then with your long piece, you're just going to fold everything as a mountain fold. So all your folds are mountain folds. Just give them a good burnish each time. So you end up with that, which sideways looks like that, like a little house. So then what you need to do is choose what papers you want. Now I always try and choose papers that go with the card design that I'm making. So for example, I'm going to be going for these papers for the roof, because they look a bit like a tile. And all the papers I'm using today are out of the first edition Pick and Mix pack. And I do quite like this pack because you've got, I'm not going to show you, well, I'll have a quick, I'll sort of give you a close-up actually. So all of these, they've all got like foil designs or UV spot, and there's some really nice bright colours in here. So it gives you a look on the front for you. So really fun designs, great for kids cards, great for just fun cards. So this is going to go on the front of my roof. And this piece here, whatever you use for your roof, measures 4 inches by 1¾ inches. So you want 2 pieces that are 4 inches by 1¾ inches. So we're just going to stick those down now. So now our little roof part has its tiles on it. Now we're going to head to the main house itself. So you need a bit at the front here, which is going to be your outside wall. This is where your roof is going to stick. You don't have to worry about the back because you can write your greeting at the back. And then inside you need something, I use something wallpapery, and then this will be the base. So this will be like the garden. So I have gone again with the Pick and Mix pack, and I'm using this one as my front wall because again it looks a bit like bricks, like you cobbled kind of bricks. And I'll give you the dimensions for that in a minute. The inside wallpaper I've gone with spots, and then for the the garden, I've gone with this really fun kind of leaf print, which I thought was quite sweet and tied in really well. So your front wall and your inside piece are both exactly the same. So you need 2 pieces, and these are going to be 3 3/4 by 2 1/4 inches. Okay, so they're going to go on the front and the inside. So I'm going to stick those on now. So that's the front of the house and the inside section of the house. So now we just need to stick the lawn down, or the front path. And as I said, I'm using this piece. Now this piece measures 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, so 3 3/4 is the longest width. Okay, wrong side. 3 3/4 is the longest width, and 3 1/2 is from front to back. Just in case you've got a pattern paper that needs you to have it the right way. So for instance, I wanted my leaves to be going that way rather than going up and down. So we're going to stick that down. There we go. So that's all the decorating done. So now we just need to stick our roof onto the top of our house. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're only going to stick the front part of the roof, this part here. We're only going to stick that part there because then when you fold it flat, you have room for manoeuvre. Otherwise, what happens is if you stick front and back, you can end up with a bit of problems. So we're just going to stick that on. So we're going to apply tape to the craft card, not to the roof. I say tape, I'm using glue, but you can use either. I quite like a bit of wet glue just because it gives you time to move it into place. And then we're going to take the roof, I'm going to put it into position so it's central. And because you've used a piece that's 4 1/4, you should have a tiny little bit that sticks out either side. It just gives it that roof look, because roofs tend to be bigger than houses are. Give it a good stick down. Yep, happy with that. So that's then my house. Can't see it very well, but you'll see it on the photos at the beginning. And then all we're going to do now is I'm just going to put, now obviously if you've got a die that cuts out a door, then you could use that on the front. If you've got a die that cuts out windows, you could use that. I've just literally used a piece of scrap white card, and I've cut this down so that it measures 7/8 of an inch by 1 1/2. But you can really do what you want with this, to be honest with you. And I'm just going to add a little door handle. Just got a little, I thought it was quite a cute little gem. I'm going to add this cute little gem to my door handle. Like that. And then that's going to go on there like that. I'm going to just add, just stick it on with glue. You can do it with pads if you want, but I'm just going to do it flat with glue. There we go. And again, if you have a die that cuts out windows, then you could use that for this section here. But I'm just going to, for speed, I'm going to use these little square gems that I found, which again I thought were quite cute. I could put 4 of them on and make like a little set of windows on the front here. So that's what we're going to do. So there we go, little set of windows. And then all I'm going to do now is put on my stopper. So I need to, it's quite difficult to show you this, but if I hold that like that. So I want this wall and this wall to be straight. So I'm going to put my stopper just quite near the front there, so it acts like a little stopper, but it doesn't go too far. And obviously if you want a taller house, you could go a bit taller. So I've just got a little congratulations greeting, and I'm going to put some pads on the back of it. And then that's going to go at the front of my card, like that. So then that acts like a stopper. And there is your card done. As you can see, it's really easy to do. And I like the fact that you can get two of them out of one sheet of, well, you've got two lengths out of one sheet of A4. And then obviously you'd have the roof as extra. But yeah, I hope you have a go. It folds down flat. I usually fold the base up. I've deliberately done it so that this is slightly shorter than the inside. So that can fold up like that. That can fold over the top. And then that will go in a, obviously depending on how much wad you put in, that will go in an envelope. So I hope you have a go. Yeah, happy crafting.